All right. Good morning to my friends. How's it going? All right. Let's see. The Mighty Tribe's having difficulty getting online, but we are live. It's 5 a.m. somewhere. And I was a little slow today in getting moving forward. And the technology always has little glitches. Always little glitches. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing this spectacular day? A great day in God's universe. And God is the formula and the fuel for all of the Ferraris, right? Tesla, Daddy, how you doing, my friends? Keto, let's see if I've got it all right. We are the creators of the universe, and God is built within us, right? If you're waiting for God to come from out there, it ain't out there. It's in here. You and I got the God energy right now. Nomad, Sandy, Romaine, Shah, buenos dias a todos. ¿Cómo estás? It is a rock solid, amazing day. It is the 14th of January, 2023. Oh my God, another amazing day in God's universe, right? We're starting the day at 5. I got up at 3, got on my bike. A little slower this morning, but it's snowing in upstate New York. I got my new snowboard. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get moving. I got a text from Dr. Phil Ovadia. We're going to get a live going very shortly here. So really excited for all of us to get living, right? And living starts right now. Esther, good morning. We are depleting the deuterium, and the deuterium is caused by a high plant-based diet. And love the book by Sally Norton. Although I'm still a little confused on should we eliminate all plants or should we maintain a little bit of oxalates in order to keep them from jumping out at us? I kind of say like get rid of them all, and sometimes you got to go through the pain to get the gain. But she's got some really great stuff. She's not talking about carnivore. She's mostly in the omnivore world. Remember, there's only 3 diets. You're either an herbivore, a carnivore, or you're the omnivore that eats both. That's as simple as that. Let's see. Jen Tiana, good morning. Start fasting today. Any tips if I get hungry? Well, I like Gerolsteiner water. You know, for some people, if you're first to the fasting stage, make sure you're feasting for a few days beforehand, priming it up, adding more fatty meats, in my opinion. But, you know, if you need that, you just like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. Well, a little bit of bone broth, maybe, without all the sort of the sedimenty stuff in there, clarified essentially by letting all this stuff drop to the bottom and getting just the broth with the fat. Or a little bit of butter. But again, you're on the journey. You decide what's right for you. No one else could decide that, right? And fasting is not required in life at all, right? And that's the amazing story here. You don't need to fast to last, but fasting gives you the strength to do something that most of us have not been doing because we were born to eat probably a meal a day or less, and you're meant to feast it up and then fast it up, right? That's it. Jason, Romaine, good morning. Lithivores, those who consume only minerals, doesn't concern humans. Yeah, we're not a lithivore. That's a good point. But let's see, how are they getting their energy, right? Again, we're talking about the animal kingdom that you're either eating plants, animals, or both. That's as simple as that, right? Let's see. My pleasure. Manisa, good morning. Gentiana, good morning. Amy, 2 weeks boiled beef and broth, lowered insulin a few units. Right. Feeling good. I miss bacon and eggs. I would miss it too, Amy, but that's rock and rolling. We're working on a 5-day fast, the 23rd for 5 days this month. If you want to join us, just Mighty Tribe it or just wherever you're at. It's no food. Now, you could drink water, you could breathe air, and you could add your minerals, but it's really nothing else. And my good friend, Dr. Don Vega from Costa Rica, we're going to be talking about the fasting experience and do some lives every day through that 5-day period because it's not easy. But none of this is easy, right? But all of us who have a pulse, and when you breathe on a mirror or a glass, you'll notice it fogs. you're alive and you're capable of everything, right? All right. Bruce Wayne, cast iron skillets are all pre-seasoned with vegetable oil as a base. It is a problem if I use tallow for, no, I use tallow, butter, but I usually just use the steak with the fat in it. That's all I do. And I use the broiler. I love the heat from above, right? The sun's there, the heat here, Bruce, absolutely. To the tribe, lithivores, ketovores, carnivores, let's see, paleovores, Mediterraneovores, but ultimately we are carnivores. Carnivores, you need to eat the fat. The fat is where it's at. It's as simple as that. Carolyn Kim doesn't like taste of steak done on cast. I put it under the broiler. That's the very best. And again, you find what's right for you. But if you've been suffering like me, arthritis, psoriasis, kidney stones, migraines, bowel bleeding, hemorrhoids, constipation, I didn't want, and then OCD, ADHD, depression, dyslexia, all of those things, plant-based, deadly, my friends. And our book of the month, and again, we're going to finish this up for the rest of the month. Maybe we're going to every 2 weeks. I don't know how fast can you guys go through a book, but Sally Norton's super foods, they're all toxic. I'm sorry. If it came from a plant, I'd say don't eat it, don't touch it, right? Let's see, keep fasting, right? Konstantina, good morning. Let's see, Dina. Let's see, Jason, Cheryl Finnegan, buenos dias. Amy, good morning. It's Saturday morning, the 14th of January, 2023. Amazing, right? Listen, your life is amazing. And if you're giving negative thoughts to yesterday, you're hurting yourself today. See, love and forgiveness is the critical key, right? Move on. Let go of the nastiness, the judgment, the negativity. Bingo, gone. And my good friend, Dr. Don Vega from Costa Rica, Bob Proctor. You guys got to look up Bob Proctor. Really amazing, inspirational. Holistic Health from Kuwait. How you doing? Let's see. I just fry my steaks in butter. Fry them in butter. I broil them. I put a little bit of butter on the top. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love I have a Graber. I think it's a Graber grill and also a, let's see, what is the other one? Oh my gosh, my brain. It's in pain. It takes a little time to find the information, but it's there. Doreen 103. Hello, CTV. How you doing? Let's see. Christian Neon Zia. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, top of the morning, where you at in this world. Be inspired by inspiration. And it simply starts within the mind, because there you find the gods of the universe, right? They're within all of us. That's it. Half Greek, so complicated name. It is Sharpay. It is, let's see, I go by Kiltzy, Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Rob Kiltz. Hey, you. Hey, Doc. It doesn't matter. We are alive human beings. You got a pulse. It fogs. You know what I mean, right? Let's see. Bragg report. 1 month, 100% carnivore. My chronic hemorrhoids. Isn't that crazy? Freedom, love in America. Like, who's been bugged by hemorrhoids and constipation and bowel bleeding, IBS, Crohn's, colitis, diverticulitis, and osis? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Simply bye-bye by eating the beef. Listen, beef makes everything better. And you want to be an herbivore or an omnivore? Go at it. Remember, the lions that lead want you to feed like a pig, cow, or sheep. And then you are what you eat. I'm sorry. I want to be a lion, not a pig, cow, or sheep. Hey, V, how you doing? Listen, you want to focus on eating fat, not protein. You see, your proteins, they whittle down to amino acids. They go to the liver, and the majority of the amino acids are converted to sugar and then fat via insulin. It's a craziness. I've been reading about the glycobiome, and most of us don't know doo-doo about the glycobiome. But Carolyn Bertozzi has some really great videos on glycobiology. Basically, the sugars you eat are connected and attached to the proteins in the cells in the cytoplasm, and they change the character of those proteins. And since we are most likely carnivores, right? We are like lions, not pigs, cows, or sheep. But I do about 1-to-1 fat to protein, 2-to-1 fat to protein, or 3-to-1 fat to protein. Protein powders are deadly. Eat real food. Listen, focus on fat. High fat, medium protein, low to no plants ever. That's it, right? Or from time to time. Tanbo, how you doing, my friend? All right. Atama Mo. Let's see. Zaragoza. Kilitso Ramosu. Do I get it? I'm working on it, right? Let's see. Blessings to my friend Rachel, England. Weight loss has been installed. How do I get rid of this? Well, fasting. Again, you want to eat the fatty meat. You want to eat the bacon, eggs, butter, beef, salt. You want to focus on the beautiful body and weight you are. Stop measuring, right? You can start lifting, do some resistance work, right? Again, 10 times a day, do some light weights, go for a walk, get on the bike, do some rowing, right? Do something. But again, this idea to be skinny or lose weight, it doesn't make sense to any animal. No animal's like, hey, buddy, don't you want to be skinny? So when you can't find food, you're what? Fertilizer. That's the nutty part about the story. But Rachel, again, I've got this. It's okay. You want to have a little bit of this. You want to have a little bit of this. So then if you're sick, remember, if you're sick, you need the fat because you're going to go fasting. Fasting is lasting. But I think, again, look at your body and love the size it is. And as you love that size, but you look at your body and see the beauty it is, the universe will move you up and down appropriately. But one meal a day or less is really the best way. I might do a snack or two, but what is it? All right, this is what I brought today. I got my little refrigerator down here where I keep my bone broth, but I also so I took some of Snake River Farms ribeye and I dry age it and slice it in the refrigerator. Nothing special, no bags, no fans, just a little time. I throw some salt on it. This is a great snack. Make them yourselves. Now, if you don't have time to make them, look at our website. Listen, carnivore crisps are great. I throw a little bit of Redmond's or Malden salt on it. I love it. It's great. Maggie, how you doing? And blessings, Ann Ritchie. Thank you so much. I need your inspiration every day. I've got books, infinite books reading. Mostly I focus on positive ideas and energy. I don't listen or read the ideas are negative towards anyone else or anything, nor do I focus on things that are going to focus on my troubles and that I've been traumatized. Again, take whatever trauma or adverse events of the past, but use them as the pieces of the puzzle to build your most amazing life every day, right? Maggie McLean, good morning. Lynn, how you doing? Those of us who do workouts, shouldn't we eat more protein? Nope. You don't need more protein. Listen, fat is still the energy and the fuel of the Ferrari. That is it, right? So my bet is when you're doing this work, you're hypertrophying the muscles, right? Because if in fact proteins were simply going to build your muscles, when you ate simply a protein-based diet, you would build more muscles, right? We'd all be huge muscles if you're on a protein-based diet. But my friends, you got to understand human metabolism, the GI tract, right? So when you eat meat, here's what your meat should look like. It breaks down to fat, proteins, fatty acids and amino acids. And the fatty acids go to the lymphatics distributed everywhere because that's the energy for your body. When you eat the amino acids, proteins, they break down into the liver into sugars and then converted to fat. That's it. See, all cells contain phospholipids, fat. They're interspersed with proteins, which contain amino acids, and they have glycans, which are attached to the lipids or the proteins or other sugars. So, in fact, you don't need to focus on a high protein diet, deadly. You want to focus on a high fat diet, and that's where it's at. I call it the baby's way. I hate the word diet. Diets are dead, right? Dead. You're fed a diet and you are led like a lamb, right? But I focus on fatty meat, butter, fat, eggs, fat, but I add the butter. The bacon I love, but you don't have to do bacon. You can do, again, pork belly without the marination in the sugars or the nitrates, or you could simply get lamb, goat, bison, elk, but you got to eat the fat, the sheep. Kiltz's ice cream from time to time, but not all the time. Some people might be allergic even to the vanilla bean, and I still believe that white cane sugar is healthier than the toxic plants the sugar comes from. And don't forget salt. That's it. That's it. Mimi, how you doing? Fasting is not that critical, but I believe, I think it's important to eat one meal a day, feast it up, and minimize the other meals and minimize and or eliminate the snacking for real health. Now, 23-1 is pretty much the way I live. I do a 2-day fast once a week, sometimes a 3-day fast once a month, most of the time. And we're gearing up for a 5-day fast starting the 23rd of this month. We're going to do a daily support on the Mighty Tribe. We need the support to keep us going. I need you, John Jordan. Let's see, every day. I do everyday fasting. Again, I do my 23 of fasting and 1 hour of feasting. I believe that is the way we likely led our lives for thousands, if not millions of years, right? That's what I think, right? Esther, speed up our nanomotors. We speed up our nanomotors by releasing and getting rid of the heavy deuterium, heavy hydrogen. And basically fasting does that, because when you fast, it really is, you want to empty the gut. An empty gut is a full life. When you empty the gut, the glycobiome, which is the sugar layer that basically protects the bowels. Think of it like an enamel paint on your car. It's protecting the metal from the harmful components of the environment, right? And fasting allows the bowels, the gut, to heal, to regenerate the glycobiome, minimize the microbes and or eliminate most of them, right? And your blood sugar levels go down because your body doesn't use sugar for energy. It uses sugar for the glycobiome. The glycobiome is masterful. And we do have a link to Carolyn Bertozzi's videos, which will teach you a lot about the glycobiome, which is simple. Think of an M&M with the sugar on the outside. And we know that we have no requirement to ever consume plants or sugars everywhere. And it turns out that fiber is deadly for all of us. That's really it. Trisha, good morning. Brethren, good morning. Fasting is lasting. All right, today's the 14th. A little bit of my good friend, Norman Vincent Peale. The power of positivity, but it's really the power of God within all of us, right? Let's see. Is it readable for lay people? These are not easy books, and it's taken me a while, but I would say that this one's a little bit easier. The sugar code, I bought this on Amazon also, but I like to watch the videos. That's where you'll get a lot of information. And Bertozzi really does it great. So Sandy, I think it is, but look at, we're all lay people. You could learn something new and hard, but you start simple. Start reading, taking time to analyze, to dig deep in the fact that most of us are been duped to think we're not smart enough to know this stuff or learn this stuff. I was raised in Los Angeles. I was told, well, you're dyslexic and you can't read, right? All the exams I took in school, I got a C or a D in elementary school, right? And so how did that make me feel? But Mrs. Hafner in the 4th grade noticed the fact that I was really good at math. And so, but maybe we need to be more cheerleaders and energizers to help people not give up or give it up to God and know that you and I can do anything. We're capable of everything and anything. Right on. Hey, Kev, how you doing this morning? Trisha, good morning. A beautiful day. Zara Goza, good morning again to you. How you doing? Shah Boz Jean, good morning. Again, if you're stopping in for 1 minute, 5 minutes, or the full 60 minutes with Kiltz, we're just sharing thoughts and idea of what you put in the mind, the mouth, and the marination of the amazing miracle that you are, right? You are the miracle, nothing else, right? Good morning, Holly Bordelon. How you doing? Let's see. Thank you for so much of your affordable IVF treatment. I had my IVF baby in November, and we are really working on holding it. We may be going to $44.95 for our standard IVF, but we're working on maybe doing $39.95 IVF with the fresh day 3, no freezing, no extra cultures, extra money, just like a let's see, a low cost airline, maybe. But ultimately, listen, you are the master. Take care of the master by simply faith is first. I have faith in God. God is within me, within you, within all of us, right? And then what do you eat as a lion? You eat the fatty meat. That's it, right? Eat the fatty meat and then marinate yourself in something good to read, right? I do walking, snowboarding. I ride my bike. I used to run, but I stopped because it just ruined my joints. But my joints are all healed up now that I'm focused on slow as I go. I do my daily light lifting, right? You know, light lifting, right? 5 to 10 times a day, just maybe 5 times, right? That's all you need, right? Just look at Sean Baker, Ken Berry, Bella Moss, Steak and Butter Gang, Anthony Chafee. Look at Sarah Zaldivar. There's so many great people. If you go to drkiltz.com, join the Mighty Tribe, you'll get so much more information. It's not free. You got to give me your email address, right? And then I'm going to send you ideas and maybe links that you can invest in your life. Remember, you're blaming everyone for your problems, but let go of the blame, right? Light the flame that everything that's been thrown into your let's see, what's the right word? In your kindling, right? Into the kiln of your life, right? You're going to heat it up in order to give you the energy to get going and doing something that's hard, right? Esther, Nancy Edwards, thank you very much. Good morning to you. And all right, back to Norman Vincent Peale, January 14th. Let's see. Cushion the painful effects of hard blows by keeping enthusiasm going strong, even if doing so requires struggle. Requires struggle, right? That's it. This stuff sounds crazy, and it is, but you can say, well, all this positivity, oh my God, it's fake. My friends, nothing fake here. It's magical. Because when you hold on to the thoughts of all your problems, it lowers your serotonin and oxytocin. the feel good and happy stuff, and it raises your cortisol and epinephrine. It sort of binds your life into the pain and your problems, right? But if you can imagine you let them go, love and forgiveness, non-judgment. Remember to love your enemy because they're enemy, because the mind is the thinker and the creator of the vibrational energy of the universe. That's it, right? Paul Finley, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for being here, everyone. Here to answer questions regarding what you put in the mind, the mouth, and the motion of your body, right? Let's see. I just got my new Burton snowboard, my new bindings, my new boots. Last year they broke on the slopes, and I rented some Burton board and boots. Great stuff. I just bought my new stuff. I'm going to be out in Vail in March. I may be going out. I'm going out to the low carb Denver end of February. I may be going up to what's the closer one to Denver for a day of snowboarding. All right. And Richie, plant sugars are slow and or fast poisons. And I really love Dr. or Sally Norton's book on toxic superfoods and oxalates. But my bias a little bit is you want to eliminate them, right? And you can power through them. I just eliminate them in order to be stronger and healthier than you've ever been before. Europe and Hungary, Esther, I'm going to work on being out there this year. Right on. Miss T and I are planning maybe a trip in May out to visit our good friends in Europe. All right. Paul Finley again. Good morning. Legacy car interior. Awesome. Jenny Miller. How you doing? Esther. Let's see. BBB Rijak. Good morning to you. The CNY Fertility Team, the Mighty Tribe, Dr. Kiltz, Kiltzy, and YouTube, Facebook. Again, it's Saturday morning, CNY Fertility, Syracuse. That's where I'm at, sharing some ideas of health and wellness and how you can improve your life. As simple as that, right? Let's see. Plants are poisonous. And sometimes, see, this is the nutrition I focus on. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, kiltz's, ice cream, and salt. I work on one meal a day at night. I might do a little bit of a snack of my steak. Steak is the snack, right? And you can make them yourself, but you can do it out of burgers and dry age and flatten it out and dry age it and stuff like that. It's great. Stephanie Keto Person on YouTube. She recommends lower protein, for example, no more than 100 grams for active men. I know you aren't big on higher proteins either. Why do some others seem to recommend eat as much as you can? It is confusing, Kev, but ultimately our requirements for fat are humongous. Our requirements for amino acids are less than you think, and for sugars, plants, zero. See, because everyone thinks that protein is the energy and they think has the most minerals and vitamins. Nope. But again, meat does, fatty meat. Just look up rabbit poisoning, rabbit starvation, and look up protein poisoning. And so again, if I went on a fast for 2 weeks, I would lose fat, but my muscles will show up. They will be stronger than ever because I will continue to do this and my muscles are there. Muscle wasting happens when you're cachectic, when you're damaged and diseased from a lean meat diet. That is it. This is crazy. Utah, Mimi, I've got to come out to Utah. I've been out to Snowbird and Alta long time ago. I've got to come out there. I'll fly out to Salt Lake City, get up in the mountains. The snow is there, is great. Sometimes it's too much powder, though, for Kiltzy. But, I'll check her out. But I agree with that, Kev. Listen, you want to have a high-fat, medium to low protein, and low to no plants. And there's no such thing as a pea protein. I'm sorry. Proteins, as we speak about them, come from meat, right? And by the way, when you eat any cell, it contains some amino acids, some proteins, and it contains some sugars, glycans. We have no requirement to ever eat. Where is it? I got it here somewhere. I'm always setting my books around. Again, plants are poisonous. Dr. Chafee just sent me a link to a Cambridge video on a botanist who's basically just showing us that the hairs on the plants, right? The plants, they look so nice, right? They look so nice. They're not going to hurt us, right? Well, poppies, what comes from poppies, right? Opium, right? Poppy seeds. Again, it's like heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, arsenic, ricin come from plants, and we've been led to feed like a pig, cow, or sheep, but we are lions. Cheryl O, California. Let's see. I learned to ski in medical school in 1981. My friends took me up to Squaw Valley on my brother's ancient head HRP skis and said, see you later. No one said anything of what to do or how to do it, but I was like, whoa. And but since I've switched over to snowboards, that seemed right because I used to skateboard all the time as a kid. How much, let's see, how can I help my digestion? Trying to eat lots of fat and feeling good apart from this. I'm also anemic. Sharp, use Constantinina. I'll get it, all right? Lima bean or lima bean. I screwed that one up too. But basically, start fasting. Again, eat the fatty meat. You might even start with burgers, but you got to make sure you preserve the fat. And you want to add the butter. And add some liver. I think that's it. But maybe go on a 2 or 3 day fasting, but stick to the fatty meats. And if you stick to this, you'll feel better. Now, some people can't tolerate the cream, the eggs, or the butter. But if you stick with this, everything's better. Like a ribeye steak, right? And my good friends at Bearded Butchers, they're rocking and rolling with a tomahawk, the best. Let's see, new salt, sodium, potassium, or more common salt, sodium chloride based. I do things like Malden salt, Redmond salt, Himalayan salt. I just go for what's out there in nature. And technically, if you're eating a fatty meat, liver, organ meats, bone broth, then I think you're going to get all the minerals and vitamins you need. And all of the anemias are caused by a plant-based diet. Plants chelate and they damage the red cells. When they're damaged, they get gobbled up more quickly. And your bone marrow and the reticulocytes, which make the red cells, basically are damaged. They're precursors to red cells. And they're damaged due to the toxic plants. And again, I think that what we're missing is, and we're going to get Dr. Gundry's book, but neither of these go far enough. Any amount of plants can be your death right away. Look at ricin. Really, a little bit could be all it takes to bring you down. That's it. Long-term keto. I'll take a look at her stuff. But kiltz went from 20 years ago, plus I was in the Weight Watchers world. Then I was in the Atkins world. Then I was in the paleo world. Then I was in the keto world. And for nearly 12 years, I've been in the carnivore world. I'll be 67 March 12th. I feel 17. I feel like younger than I've ever been before. And my bowels are better. No more bleeding, no more hemorrhoids. My teeth and gum don't bleed anymore. They used to bleed all the time. I used to get recurrent pharyngitis. Why? I'm sorry. It's a plant-based, low animal fat diet. The fat you eat suppresses inflammation in the gut, in the mouth, in the teeth. And peppers, any spices of any significance or frequency, right? Nope. Lions lead. And when lions feed on what they're meant to feed on, you are what you eat. I know you all know that, right? This is amazing, right? Low-dose aspirin for prevention of heart disease useful? Rachel England, good question. I think the science has not proven that. If you've had a heart attack, they put you on an aspirin, but long-term, no. Remember that lectins, oxalates, phytates, latex glutens are all pro-blood clotting, right? And pro-blood clotting causes all the blood clots in the coronaries, in the vessels, in the vessels, in the vessels, in the organ vessels, all over the body. We've been led to slaughter. And it's time we all change it up. Again, even people like let's see, Otto Warburg, Hans Krebs, Phil Randall, all the metabolic stories maybe aren't so easy and simple and understandable. They put them in a simple way that you and I think they work, but maybe they don't work like that, right? If you ever see someone who's severely anorexic or emaciated or cachectic, or what's the other word? Sarcopenic. Basically, they have no fat and their muscles are beginning to waste away, right? It's because your body needs fat. And the fat deposits in the muscles, right? The fat deposits everywhere because fat is the only energy for your body. And a low-fat, high-protein diet of any significance and frequency is deadly for us, right? Don't do it. It's my pleasure. Long-term carnivores are who we are. We were born lions, we die lions. But in between, you've been fed like a pig, cow, and a sheep. Your body will then be damaged. You will be psychotic, depressed, schizophrenic, ADHD, OCD. You will be suicidal and criminal. And it is criminal what you and I have been led to feed on. And you need to go to my good friend Ken Berry's book, Lies My Doctor Told Me, right? And ultimately, if you simply lead with the proper feed for the lion, the Ferrari, the temple, this is it, right? Craig, you're late. What are you doing? But listen, you show up. If you're late, you're there. You're learning, right? I was listening. Oh my God, I got to get the new book I was listening to. I really love the guy, but I was a little. Let's see. This is. Give me a second. I got to find it. I got it here somewhere. I was listening to his book, Toxic. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm going to find it. The Algebra of Happiness by Scott Galloway. If you were late to his class, he kicked you out. Now, I don't know. I think that's a little rude because, again, we're all doing the very best we can. Better late than never, I say. And if you're there to learn, show up, get there. But you want to be early in order to be on time. That's the way I lead life, right? Let's see. Did I get Rachel? Low-dose aspirin, not necessary. The animals already ate all the vitamins and have everything you need. Listen, I sell vitamins. I sell nutritional solutions, organ meats, and liver. For those that don't want to eat those things, do you need them? You don't. Eat the organ meats, the liver, and eat the fat. That's all you need, right? Hola, como, let's see, Aman Serion. Let's see. Hola, como, Aman, Omanes Serion. Carolina, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué es la palabra? No entiendes. How to get rid of belly fat. MD made me cry saying menopause belly here to stay. No way. It is no way true, right? They're lying to keep the lions lambs. That's it. So remember, lions lead and lambs be our feed. But yeah, I know. But again, we're taught incorrectly. So let's not chastise the doctors. Let's teach them, right? Lifetime learning is all we're at. And you and I can learn for life, right? Don't forget Kiltz's Keto for Fertility Cookbook. You might want to eliminate some of the plant products or the seasoning. Miss Marie Emmerich is a rock star when it comes to teaching us about eating. But I always say, see, I'm the simple guy. This is Kiltz's motto: bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream. And our new book, let's see, do I got it here? Kiltz's Keto is carnivore. This is what I eat pretty much every day: ribeye steak. And this is just the cuttings from my ribeye steak. And I know, okay, that's what I love to do. All right, I got my Kiltz cups and plates. I've been offline a little bit because the kiln is broken, but it's coming back. And you gotta be energetic every day, my friends. Be a little crazy. It's okay, but be kind, loving, and generous, especially to those who you felt traumatized you, right? Oh, I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you. Walk away, right? You got to be the leader of your life. And sometimes you got to say bye-bye, right? Don't be afraid to do that, but don't hold the negative anger energy, because that just holds you down, right? Trauma, when you hold your trauma, it's only the poison that is killing you. What you want to do is let it free, right? And I personally, I read the Bhagavad Gita, the Old Testament, the Quran. I read Marcus Aurelius and more, because positivity will fuel the Ferrari, right? It's the Ferrari fuel. All right, Dr. Kiltz, Sharon Rose. I have factor V blood clotting disorder. Is there anything that I can do can get off blood thinners? I already have pulmonary embolism in my lungs. Sharon, are you eating plants and lean meat? You must go to, see, this is Kiltz's way. I got to do this. I got one other addition. Let me see if I can do this in a way that I'm not going to ruin the meat. So this is my daily feed, right? It's fatty steak, it's butter and salt. That's it. This is my daily feed, right? And this will eliminate the blood clotting disorders. See, you don't have a blood clotting disorder. You've been poisoned. You've been simply poisoned, toxified by eating the plants. The plants are poisonous. That's as simple as that. Infertility, repetitive losses, damage to the uterus, tubes, ovaries, and bowels are all caused by the plants. This is it. The plants cause the blood clotting, that we do a blood test and we say, oh, you have a blood clotting disorder. No, you don't. You may be predisposed to the disorders based on your nutrition. But if you go to the bacon, eggs, butter, beef, and focus on the fatty meat, so I can do this, the butter and a pinch of salt, amazing. That's it, right? All right. Moses Joven, how you doing, my friend? 7 months now. But Sharon, make sure you focus on fatty meat. More fat, less protein, and minimize and eliminate the plants altogether. Right, Stephanie Beckham Menaz Ify. Knock you out. Nope. Let's see. You guys are amazing. All right. You guys are amazing. God bless you. A happy house every single day. And again, kindness, generosity in this space, by the way, right? And sometimes some people are a little inappropriate. Block, bye. See ya. Loose stools when increasing fat. Keep eating it. It'll heal, but you might want to look at fasting. Do a 2 or 3 day fasting. Your glycobiome. The glycobiome is the enamel shield that protects your cells. And they're hair-like projections of proteoglycans, right? It's the sugar coating, the enamel that protects everything about you. It's the Teflon shield. And by fasting, your loose stool will go away. And you may be eating too many meals. Go to 1 meal a day or less. This is the best. Maybe a snack or two. on a kiltz plate. But you go to kiltzcups.com. We've got more cups coming. I've been slow to get this stuff done. Absolutely. Do you wake up? Let's see. How do you wake up this morning? Carolina, como, let's see. Como, was that it? And I mess up. Let's see. I wake up 3 a.m. I got up maybe about 3:08 today. I wake up always with thank you, God, Lord, Creator, for the day. Thank you, God, Lord, Creator, for the day. I go back to all those people in my life that I believe traumatized me, and I say, I love you. And I say, I love you. But they didn't traumatize, right? It was dramatized, right? Trauma or drama, right? Any of us could be in a dramatic series, right? You are capable of being the master of your story, right? It's as simple as that. The other day, anger is a punishment you give to yourself for somebody else's mistakes. Kev, that's it. That's a good one. Anger is a punishment you give yourself. The same thing of trauma, right? Use the word dramatized. Listen, that's a kind of a middle of the road, but we love a good drama, don't we? Right? That's why we watch all these series on rocking and rolling and fighting and all these things, right? That's a good one, Kev. Bring on your daily inspiration, by the way. Let's see. Mahai, let's see. Mac Nelly, you are the legend also, my friend. Remember, we are all the gods. They're within us. We're all the gladiators. We are the lionesses and the lions, and we lead and we feed on sheep. Pigs, cows, and sheep be the feed for the lions. That is as simple as that, right? Do you dry your meats? I do. Cheryl O. So I took my Snake River Farms ribeye, right? And then I dried out in the fridge for a couple of days. And then I also cut it up into smaller pieces. I think I did take a few pictures. Let's see. So here's the Alpine butchers. And then I didn't, and my Snake River, but I bought some heart and kidneys from Alpine Butchers. Check them out. They're amazing. I think if you mention kiltz, you might get a little bit of discount, maybe, right? Let's see. Blessing D. Nelson, thank you so much. You got to check out so many people on positivity. Again, if you're focused on, being positive all the time is not good for you. My friends, you lead with the lion's words, which are, you are the master of the universe. If you are carrying around, remember, you're the one that creates the thoughts of the experience. Trauma, negative, they did this or that to me. My friends, they simply were part of the training grounds to be a lion. The training grounds, that's what this is. This is part of the training grounds, right? And the training grounds are amazing. 14th is my birthday. Awesome, Hans. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to everyone. The 14th January. It's another God-given day, right? And you always have to listen and learn from the gods. Caroline, how you doing? Eggs and bacon. Bacon makes everything better. That's right. All right, Esther, be enthusiastic and energized. You are amazing. Check out Laszlo Boros on deuterium depletion. And we're basically, by eating this simple meal, you don't have to use eggs or cheese or I'm boring, right? Kiltz is boring. What does kiltz eat? Fatty meat, butter, a pinch of salt. All right. Blood clots are caused by a plant-based, low animal fat diet. You want to up the fat. You want to fast to last, right? Maybe a little bit of snack in the morning, but I say the best time to eat is at night. That's as simple as that, right? All right, Hans, thank you. Let's see. Happy birthday, Kev. Thank you. Amy, Joseph, Amelia, good morning. God bless you. Mary Keenan, Dublin. How's Dublin today, my friends? All over the globe. And I apologize if we're not able to put the proper language in place or the sign language, but we're working on it. You guys, there's got to be a simple way for all of these platforms to simply say, okay, I want Kiltz to speak his language, but I want it to hear it or see it in my language, right? From all around the globe. Let's see, retirement homes serve patients garbage, food so sad. Rachel England, I'm telling you, do not retire. Constantly be re-inspired, right? Where are you going, right? Where are we going? We're not. We are inspired every day and fired up every day to live a life of inspiration, right? And that's what this is about. I always loved Mr. Rogers, Captain Kangaroo, let's see, Mr. Blue Jeans. But we are now the Lions, and we're leading in the lion's lair, right? And you and I have been pulled out of the lion's den and put in the pig pen, or the sheep's out to pasture. My friends, you have the creative energy today to change it up. You can reverse. So the whole idea of the reverse TV series is about reversing our diseases, but you can reverse everything, right? Everything. Fat is the fuel for the mitochondria. Done. Summertime, though. Is that not simple? Right? It's simple. What we eat and also how we metabolize what we have eaten. Well, we're always metabolizing fat, but the problem is we're eating a high protein, high plant-based diet, which is deadly because it damages the mitochondrial nanomotors, right? It has heavier hydrogen called deuterium. That means you got to move the hydrogen, the electron transport chain. It's the train, right? But the problem is our nanomotors are really having to work extra hard to give you the energy. Aunt Ellie, how you doing? My friend, God bless you. Chef Faze, how you doing? Let's see. Again, you have the DNA of the deities, the gods, which are the lions. And when you recognize that, whether you choose to eat as a vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, pescatarian, or carnivorian, there's only 3 nutritional ways. You're either an herbivore, plants only, you're a carnivore, animals only, or you're an omnivore and you touch on both. You want to maximize the meat, minimize the plants, and recognize that we are the masters. Tonbo, that's it. Butter and fatty beef makes everything better every day. Nofs, Kristen, how you doing, my friend? God bless you. It is your world, my friends. Do not let anyone tell you or teach you that you are ruled by anyone else. You are ruled by the ruler within, and that's your mind, your mindset. How do you want to lead? You want to lead like a lion by feeding like a lion and thinking like a lion, right? This is a lion. Just watches. It doesn't run around, doesn't scream and squeal. Nope, nope, nope. When it's ready, it feeds on the sheep, the pigs, the cows that are lined up for slaughter. That's it, right? Sharon, stop the plants. My migraine stopped. Lessen my anxiety and depression, and also stop my acid reflux, and have lost 71 pounds. Sharon Rose, you are a rock star. But again, the idea is no matter what size you are, there are the bone structure, the muscle structure is within you. Whether you're carrying an extra 100 pounds, 50 pounds, or what you might consider an extra 5 pounds, fat is where it's at. If there's a famine and you're skinny, you're fertilizer fast. Simplicity. That is it, right? Absolutely. It is important to eat like the lions you be instead of eating like the sheep. The sheep eat the toxic superfoods that you and I have been led to feed this instead of feeding on this. This is the simple, crazy story. And again, Kiltz is here. Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Rob Kiltz, anything you want, doesn't matter. Lead like a lion by feeding like a lion. And whether you're infertile, have hypertension, diabetes, cancer, strokes, ALS, MS, Parkinson's, skin disorders, joint disorders, mental disorders. The baby's way. We're all just babies. You know, how does a baby initially feed on mama's breast milk? That's what they're meant to eat. And then from there, we should all go to here. It's simple. Milk from a breast and then meat off a bone. That's it. You might do a little bit of cream, cheese, butter, but minimize to maximize and dust it with salt. Get rid of the sugars. Right on. Let's see. Anger, fear, worry, regret. Even again, I can't do that. I am doing this. I am the lioness, the lion. I'm capable of everything and anything. Isn't that simple, right? The real fat is the key for our health. You got to eat. So there's no such thing as healthy avocado fat, no such thing as nut fat. We've been lied to once again. Again, the only fat that exists comes from an animal. This is the best thing you could ever eat. Chew the fat, right? That's it. The time is flying. Oh my God, it's 5:57. Esther, thank you. Sharon, Dirk, how you doing? Flank steak, great flavor and lots of fat. Absolutely. But think of a 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, fat over protein, and certainly fatty meat kicks ass on plants. Listen, again, you are the lioness and the lion, and you lead the way. What should you feed on? Fatty meat. That's it. All right, time is flying. But remember this, we are not birds. We don't fly like this. We're not sheep, pigs, or cows. We do not eat plants. If you're the true lion, like you are, and you want to lead, this is what we should be feeding on, right? Sandy, Esther, Sharon, let's see, Rachel, retirement homes are deadly. Listen, hospitals. I was talking to a physician yesterday who's a hospitalist, he and his wife are trying to get pregnant, have a baby. And I asked him, well, what do you feed people in the hospital? Garbage. Well, wait a minute. We're doctors. We're supposed to be the leaders in the hospital, not the followers, right? When we're feeding our patients, our families, our friends, our community garbage, why? My friends, in the nursing homes, the retirement homes, the hospitals, this is the food. Fatty meat. Well, you can't feed everyone that way. Well, why can't you feed every lion? Now, everyone says, well, you're unique and different. My friends, you're not. You're as unique as every God I've ever known. And you're as beautiful as every God I've ever known. But lions eat fatty meat. And if you choose to eat like a pig, cow, or sheep, that's your preference. But you're not uniquely different as a gastrointestinal human being with a lion-like GI tract. That's it. All right. Sharon, let's see. If I got everyone here, let's see. Ingrid, Romaine, Shaw, let's see. Steve, SC3, good morning, my friends. Wise Lion, I gotcha. Lida, Douglas, happy Saturday. 14th of January, 2023. Lead like the lion. But you're right. Big Pharma needs patience and the money. And my friends, listen, between Bitcoin and FTX and let's see, SBF, BS. All right. Like the lions we be, we lead in the lion's lair, but be your own leader. If you're carrying around anger, fear, worry, depression, negativity, go at it if you want. But if you want to bring yourself down every day, why would you do that, right? Again, read something positive every day. Lead like a lion. Sean Baker interview with a retirement home owner is feeding clients meat. I saw that, Cheryl. Again, really great stuff out there. Hans, 14th birthday. We got you. I love you, my friends. I think I got everyone here. 6 a.m. Thanks for joining. Let's see. They are sterilizing the kids with COVID shots. Nofs, Kristen. Maybe we're finding a lot of information about all these vaccines that maybe aren't right. But as long as I convince everyone to eat like a sheep, they're going to be damaged and diseased, and COVID's going to be killing them. But if you eat like the master you be, the master will show up. Again, you got to read the ancient biblical text to bring you the power to understand that God is within you. And you got to believe in God, right? If you don't believe in God, look in the mirror and believe in yourself, AKA, that's God. All right. I love you, my friends. I got a busy morning. I'm going to do some work in the pottery studio. Maybe I'll get on the slopes a little later tomorrow. I love you. Have an awesome day. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to everyone. Happy birthday. See you tomorrow morning at 5. Remember, the lions lead and the sheep be our feed. God bless you, my friends. All right. Washing. Let's see. Grotella. God bless you. See you later. Cheryl, bye, tribe. See ya.